First is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Back to Grizzlies Warriors, specifically this moment from the fourth quarter of Game 3. Warriors doubling up on Ja, and while doing so, Jordan Poole appears to grab his right knee. Ja would have to leave the game. In a since deleted tweet, Ja implied that Poole, quote, broke the code on the play. Here was Poole's response to that. Take a listen.
It's a basketball play. When we win, we doubled them. And I hit the ball, and I was going for the ball. I mean, obviously, you don't want to see anybody get hurt. I'm not even that type of player. I respect everybody. So, I mean, obviously, hopefully we get better. Hopefully he gets better. And, we can see him out there next game. But, I don't even play like that for real. That's not my type of game.
I guess Ja did tweet, broke the code with a video of that in response to that.
We got another game on Monday.
Twan, you surprised Ja said that this broke the code?
No, I'm not surprised. I told you guys this the other day, what suspending Dillon Brooks was going to do. And this is what happens. You get into the situation now, everybody's judging every hard foul or every situation to the max the way they're looking for suspensions now. That's why the league got this wrong. Dillon Brooks' play was not a play that he's not that type of player. He's not trying to hurt nobody. It was 2 minutes into the game. He fouled Gary Payton, but the result was bad. The result was that we all felt bad because we're not going to get to see Gary Payton play anymore during the playoffs. So what do? We all get upset, and we want some repercussion behind this. That's the problem when you suspend guys that doesn't deserve to get suspended. Not every player is highlighted. That's why Ja Morant tweets, he broke the code. It's no code in the NBA. The code in the NBA is when it comes playoff time, you foul hard, you play hard, all strategies are in play. You try to play your strategies and use the team weaknesses. It's just like fouling. When you go to Hack-a-Shaq or Hacker Ben Simmons or whatever that may be, you play to the strategies that's in play. That's what playoff basketball about. That's the code. That's called breaking the code. You do everything it takes to win the game in the playoffs. So all this stuff about this is a code, no, you play hard and certain things are going to happen. You can't control whether a guy's going to get hurt or not get hurt. I don't think no player goes out to hurt anybody. We all respect each other. That's like Jordan Poole. He's not known for that. Dillon Brooks is not known for hurting players. So that's where we get at when you suspend players for these plays. And I knew this was going to come to that. And it may get worse as the playoffs go along every time. I'm tired of going to the monitor. I know you guys are tired of going to the monitor on every play. The games are so long now because every play is highlighted. But this is where we at right now, and it's unfortunate. And I hope Ja Morant is able to play, and it's not nothing serious. But that's where we at right now.
Well, Twan, I disagree. I do think Dillon Brooks should have been suspended for the game that he was. I didn't think it was a basketball play. But I don't put what Jordan Poole did, I don't think that's even close to the category of Dillon Brooks' foul and even Draymond's on Brandon Clark in game one. I thought those two were completely different from this. So I was surprised that Ja went to the broke the code. But I think he was just frustrated. I think he's exasperated. We know that this season, the only thing to hold him back has been injuries. I mean, he may have, for all we know, he may have won the MVP had he stayed healthy throughout the season. So I know he's frustrated, and he's on a historic playoff run. He's on a historic playoff run, and now here he is getting injured again. So I think, Nick, that he was just frustrated, and that's why he tweeted it, and he took it down roughly 20 minutes or so later. I think he realized he didn't try to hurt me. And if we can show the play quickly, Nick, I think he may have, if he got hurt on that play, they bumped knees before Jordan Poole touched his knee.
Yep,
they
right there.
bumped the knees. And that's not a good angle, but that's possibly right there. I mean, if he got hurt on that play, that could have done it, but I didn't think it was a dirty play.
Yeah, I was shocked this was even in the discussion as a dirty play. I know Ja threw a little fuel on the fire with the tweet, but to me the tweet was actually less an attack on Jordan Poole and more a defense of Dillon Brooks. I thought Ja was taking a shot at Steve Kerr. Like Steve Kerr went really hard at Dillon Brooks. Like Steve Kerr is the one that broke the code and went hard at him. However, I'm a little surprised that the panel is seemingly so down on what this means for the Grizzlies' chances. Because, Wilds, I know Ja is averaging 38 points per game in this series, but he's taken 28 shots, and Steph and Jordan Poole are combining for 51, 10, and 10. And so I just assume you guys think he's been a net negative or nothing because of the defense. Like, we got to focus on superstars' defense. Oh, no. That would be ridiculous. You would sound so foolish if you were like, John needs to do more. And him scoring 35-plus points is bad for his team. That would be silly. That would only apply in a different Western Conference series. Here is my question, though, in seriousness, because once upon a time, Wilds, you were a Grizzlies fan before you abandoned them for Patrick Beverley's Fab Five. They were 20-5 without Ja. Like, isn't this the moment now we see if that was worth anything? Isn't this the moment where we see if the playing 30% of your games this year without your superstar and being excellent in those games was worth anything? Because they're 10-point dogs tonight. They're 4-1 to win the game on the money line. Vegas is saying they have no shot. I don't think they're better without Ja Morant, obviously, but this is where his injuries during the year could pay some dividends, because it's not shocking that they have to play without it.
That's right. I do think, and Antoine, correct me if I'm wrong, I do think the 20-5 record, some of those wins were teams exhaling. I think the Lakers lost to a Ja-less Grizz teams, and I feel like no Ja, we don't have to take this team seriously. And eventually we realize, the Ja-less Grizz are actually really good. But I do not think the Warriors are going to take their foot off the gas pedal at all. I think they still have the championship pedigree. They're like, is there blood in the water? It's time for us to attack. So I don't think that the Grizz have a chance here.
I think the 20-5 record obviously gives you hope if you're the Memphis Grizzlies that you can win without Ja if he's not able to play. But honestly, to beat the Golden State Warriors, you have to be disciplined. You have to stick to your strategy. You have to know good shooters, bad shots, good shots. They're too good. Those three guys are too good and been in this situation too many times to make mistakes defensively. And throughout this series, we saw the Memphis Grizzlies make too many mistakes defensively. I don't care if Ja scores 50. But when it gets late and the game is tight and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson gets open threes and Jordan Poole, they gets wide open looks, you're going to lose. And until they're able to be disciplined enough defensively and do the things defensively that it takes to beat the Golden State Warriors, they can't get out the series. You guys know I picked the Memphis Grizzlies to get out. I thought they were good enough. I thought being 20-5 without Ja gave them that. But they're undisciplined defensively to beat the Golden State Warriors, point blank. I'm not counting them out this series because they were 20-5. So I'm going in tonight with them feeling very confident that they can win this game. But to make this game go 6 or 7 game series, they got to be more disciplined. They're an undisciplined defensive team against a team that's not going to make mistakes on the offensive end. They're going to kill you. They're going to pass the ball. They're going to share it. The right person's going to have the ball at the end of the game. They're not going to make the mistakes that Memphis is going to make. And Memphis has to understand that. And I don't want to – that could be young players or you could blame it on young coaching. But they will not get out this series, and it may take a couple years if they don't. Because the Golden State Warriors are not going to give you the series. They're not going to make the mistakes that the Minnesota Timberwolves did.
Hey.
Twan, I love it. It sounds like you're taking the olive branch without even being offered an olive branch. I like it. Coming over to my sons. I mean, but look, if Ja doesn't play tonight or if he's severely compromised, they don't have a chance. I get it while it's 20-5 in the regular season. That's nice. Twan knows this. The playoffs is completely different. Golden State is totally locked in on what Memphis wants to do. It's not like the regular season where you might be the opponent might be on a back-to-back, 4 games, 5 nights. With it. Like they can't scout you as tightly, and that's where the guys like Ja come into play because you know what Ja wants to do and can't stop him. You see how often he's just flat out beating his man and going one-on-one. And so without that, they don't have another guy like that. So without that, I think they're going to be sitting ducks. I don't think they're going to lose by 30 like in Game 3, but I think it's a double-digit win, a comfortable win for the Warriors tonight.
All right, let's leave it there. We got to head to